down in the water, way down in the hole, coming back from the fire and I'll burn it down.
Right here.
Who's better than you? I've never worn this suit before. I had it fitted and then...
At stage 4.
Oh, gosh, she's on there for it.
So nice to see you. And he's going to say a prayer. This is Rick.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave. Water, arms.
This is my 4th year doing this, and I've covered probably 7,000 miles across the country. This year's the only year with a 100-pound pack, and it'll be the only year I'll probably do something with a 100-pound pack. But I do it because it comes down to leadership. My daughter, before I got ready to go on this trip, we were on a radio show, we were chit-chatting and talking, and he asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? She said, I want to be a police officer. And when I thought about the NYPD, and I thought about New York, and I thought about my daughter's comment, I had to come up here and tell you something probably you don't get told very much. You may not realize it, but somewhere, in some place, some little kid that's 4 years old wants to be you. You see, being a leader is something that's really, really important because all of us lead in some type of capacity or another, right? Like whether it be a parent, whether it be at our jobs, whether it be with our spouse, no matter what, you're a leader, right? Especially as a parent, when we go to work, the people within our community, we can't put it down. I'm going to tell you right now, that's just not how it works. At the end of the day, as a leader, we have to keep pushing through. Every single day. My 4-year-old daughter wants to be you. And any good father knows that whatever she wants, right, you're going to take care of it for her. But there is someone out there, a 4-year-old girl, that wakes up each day going, wow, Daddy, you think I could be a police officer one day? There's a lot of people in this community look at you the same way. I know I do. I'm honored to be here. It's awesome. And the fact that you're even giving me this time. Because we're the ones that make the impact. It's not a politician, it's not a policy, it's nothing. It's us. We leave, we go home, take that couple of seconds. I know you're tired. And to grab your little one, hug them and say, right now you're the most important person in the world. Because you can bet they think you are. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day.
Up there, and then Hike Across America is
Well, we
also
actually don't have Facebook, so we only do.
Oh, right. Yes, fine.
Well, you know when you.
3-4.
Okay.
Oh, okay, it was in 2-5.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Yes, sir.
very
My
much for the
pleasure.
service.
Thank you so much.
Be safe. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll do. Thank you.
I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for getting it.
I know.
No, of course.
Things happen for a reason. Well, they were holding down there because they thought.
A little bit of video first, and then I'll go to the shop. Yeah.
I run across the country. This is 7,000 miles, 4 years I've been doing this every year, raising awareness. I was very fortunate enough to fall into the banking business when I got out of the military and be what most people would consider, I guess, successful. And I've had some ups and downs, like I'm sure everyone else has. It just happens so fast, you don't really get time to think about it much, you know, and they're just asking you questions and trying to keep you alive. And, you know, that experience happened 3 times for me. I actually died 3 times. On the 3rd time, I get asked this question a lot. I literally had an out-of-body experience. So, you know, that we talk about experiences with death and we talk about this trauma that we've experienced in our life, but I'm here to say I've actually lived it. You know, in life, you go through and you have these things, it's just anxiety sometimes of you know, am I going to pay the bills? Am I going to have, you know, am I going to be a good parent? Am I going to be a good person? And all this pressure that you put on yourself, you know. We chase it through our faith, you know. We always want that sense of security from whomever we're looking up to, right? We're just wanting that small amount of pain, well, that large amount of pain just to go away for that small amount of time, just a little bit of guidance. And I've been blessed enough to have the opportunity to share with you that all the pain goes away. All the worry, all the stress, all the things you think you need to be concerned about are completely eliminated.
If I can just get back and get in the shower, get cleaned up, not wearing these clothes, I can probably bust them out pretty quick.
Excuse me, I'm blocking you. Now we get off today. The work's open from 5 to 6.
Okay.
And then breakfast tomorrow 6:30 to
Okay.
9:30, okay? Okay.
TShane Johnson.
Ben Franklin Bridge. I feel like I'm from Jersey. I'm from Florida. Come on. Same thing. Hey, oh, hey! Right? Yeah, so Hike Across America is 1,100 miles speaking tour that incorporates a 12 to 22 mile day walk with 100 mile pack, 36 venues, and over 180,000 people motivational speaking tour. Yeah, so it's been 4 years in the making. This is my 4th year hiking across America, over 7,000 miles, all across the country. I'm spoken to people.
Because all the graphic images that you see of the dog here in Philadelphia, you know, we have with Liberty Bell Auto Parts, Liberty Bell Insurance, Liberty.
0.001% that actually joins the military, and there's another 0.001% that actually goes down range and is in combat. And there's a lot of people that go through the military that never see combat, that never deploy, that never go over. There's no excuse for them to fall into the same bucket of PTSD or suicides or everything else, because the military gave them the top level training to get out to the civilian world to crush it. But instead, because the narrative out in the civilian world is poor old veterans, poor old veterans, poor old veterans, and the veterans are starting to believe it. Oh yeah, poor old me, give me my discount. Poor old me, give me this for free. Poor old me, oh I need to do this. Well, I mean, it's almost becoming like an identity thing. Like you're scared to say something to a veteran like you would different other people of different cultures because you might offend them. Preaching a little bit right now, but I was having the discussion yesterday where we were talking about that. And I said, you know what's funny is do me a favor, tell me a politician, tell me a rally, tell me anything that you've seen on TV lately, both sides, blue or red, that talks about our children. Do you feel like family values of house, home, family, dinner, breakfast at the dinner table were stronger then than it is now?
Of course.
Okay. So, and do you feel like that generation produced a good, solid American generation?
Yes.
All right, so there's no reason to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
Because back then, family was the #1 objective because the sell of the home came. Right? The white picket fence, the yellow dog, the home, you know, and that was the marketing strategy that went into it. Now everything's a marketing strategy about individualism.
For one, thank you so much for taking the time to come out and join us along our hike. You know, for me, I honestly don't care if it's 2 people or 200 people. I mean, the message is still the same, and if it impacts one, that's all that really matters. That's it. So I'm going to do all this. I'm going to carry the pack. I'm going to push through. I'm going to speak. I'm going to go through all these things. I'm going to fund it. I'm going to do whatever I need to do. But if I'm going to do that, and that's the kind of leader that I'm going to be, then I ask you only to just play your small part. Right? Just that 1%. If you've got a kid, go home, hug them, love them, squeeze them. Start putting together a plan that gets you involved in their life every week or every day.
Port. Arms. Ready. Place.